But Udyr coming in as well. I think Udyr is playing a support slash semi-tank build. I think he's going for, what am I thinking of here? One sec, just looking it up. La la la. Builds off mana elevator. Oh, innervating locket. Yeah, he builds an innervating locket this game. And oh, well, okay. Looks like Amumu killed our Karthus. Karthus did get a kill back, maybe when he's dead. But then Amumu follows up by killing Udyr, and then Karthus kills Amumu as well. So a lot of damage there. Wow, and their Vladimir kills our Vladimir. So many deaths going on. Jeez. All while I'm looking at the other screen for a sec to look up the name of innervating locket. Wow. So I'm trying to do my normal sniping of neutral mobs whenever possible. Especially this game, because I wasn't middle, needed a little bit extra gold and XP. And I hate seeing it go to waste. I cry when neutral mobs aren't being farmed. There's like all this extra gold and XP just sitting around doing nothing. I'm going to go and push back middle a little bit here. And looks like everyone from both teams is just now getting back to the battle. We got Vlad and Fiddles in the middle. Karthus is going to join in the middle. I was going to go back to the bottom and push things back, but it looks like Sion's going that way. So I don't have to. Oh, although, if none of them are there, we may be able to push that turret. Karthus is coming here too. Okay, so they have a Nunu. They actually have a really good AoE nuke team between Nunu, Amumu, Fiddles, even Vlad's got some good AoE. Like, they could really, really mess us up in a team fight. And I remember that I hate that tower. I remember we were quite worried about that when the game was starting. And we were worried about people coming from behind us. In fact, that's exactly what happened. I was going to come over here and just drop a turret, but they were already there. Looks like we may be able to get down on Mumu. No, he just ults and then gets away. This is going to be bad for us. We actually get destroyed here. They get me. They may be able to get... Oh, they got Karthus, and I think they're going to tower dive. Sion just out of reach here. Oh, we actually get a kill on a Mumu somehow. Oh, there's Sion goes down. Not a whole hell of a lot he could do with the health he had. But I think Vladimir here may be able to get a kill for us. Drop some damage on their Vladimir. Is that a damage over time? No. He gets exhausted and feared in tower range. Oh no, okay. The enemy Vladimir does eventually go down, but ours almost dies as well. Put some decent damage on Fiddles and forces him away. So it looks like he's going to survive out of this, but we are definitely hurting. The score is 12-17. We haven't lost any turrets yet, and they have lost 2. And right now, that's our only saving grace at this point. Luckily, that's given us a little bit of gold, plus gives us a tiny little bit of map control. And, of course, Heimer, who I'm playing, is good at sniping those turrets, whereas he doesn't really necessarily contribute much in a way of kills. My score right now is 0-2-0, but I still consider that to be a pretty good score on Heimer. With Heimer, if you're not counting assists and you're not counting tower kills, there's a lot of times you may end up going negative. Hopefully not too negative. Like, you don't want to give up like 10-15 kills, but these sort of scores of like 1-4 something or something like that are pretty common, just because it's hard for you to actually get a kill in. But your contribution is to provide tower killing and map control. Map control partially through tower killing and also defending your own towers. And by putting down your turrets down all over the place, you also provide some extra control over the battlefield. Here I've actually picked up the red buff. Oh yeah, I've actually farmed that out. I went and killed the lizard specifically. And, potentially, arguably, the red buff is not the best thing to have. Heimer's not the best person to have the red buff on. But there's a couple of things with that. One, if no one is going after the red buff, then it doesn't matter who goes and gets it. Just someone on your team should go and kill the red buff, because it'll help you in fights, and also, you want that extra gold and XP. So someone should always be killing it. And Heimer, even though blink in by Fiddles there, and I think that ult is going to fail to get anyone, although WatchMeSC could be in trouble here if he gets stunned. He does get slowed by Nunu. That being said, he's pretty goddamn tough, and we're going to turn that around and go after Vlad. There's the stun goes down, Vlad goes down, our Vladimir's in here fucking people up. Good job, go, 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 go. We might have been able to turn that into a few more kills, but it looks like the other guys are going to be able to get away. Still, this is looking really good. We've got 4 of us here. We've got a minion wave coming after the tower. They are quite low. And we may be able to get some serious damage on this tower. I don't think we're going to get it down here. Nunu actually ults, and that's going to force us away, but it's not going to get any kills. Moo, though, I think Vladimir dodged the bandage toss by going into his blood form. Wow, WatchMeSC. Scion was super low, but he just took a couple of hits and didn't die thanks to a shield. I'm going to try to guess with the grenade, and I don't get the stun off on a Moo, but I luckily just barely get missed by the bandage toss there. Oh, Moo dodges the slowing wall. If he had been hit by that, I think we would have been able to get a kill off just by slowing him down. Wow. I was talking about the red buff. I think the last thing I want to say is at least Heimer is ranged, and ranged characters are good people to carry the red buff because you can hopefully, just snipe someone with one shot with it, and that slows them down and might allow the rest of your team to reach them, whereas if you're melee, it's much harder to get off that single hit to initiate the slow. So there Vladimir was able to get a tower there. Oh, we are... Damn! Just missed with that wall, and it looks like he ghosted away as well. If that wall had hit, or if I had been able to auto-attack him once with the red buff, either way he would have been slowed, and I think he would have gotten ruffle-stomped right there, torn apart. Going for the blue buff. I do likes me the blue buff on Heimer a whole hell of a lot. I can live without it. If someone else wants it, that's perfectly fine. But when I've got it, I really, really like it because, well, I was going to say because it lets me spam my abilities a lot, but that's the same for everyone. Everyone likes the blue buff. And look at that, they were just coming to steal the blue buff. Their Moo had actually done that quite a few times. At the beginning of the game, he was farming our buffs. It was very, very frustrating. Big team fight going down here. We get a stun off on Nunu. Where's the focus fire? No focus fire there. Moo drops down an ultimate. Looks like, we're trying to work down their Nunu, but he ults in. WatchMeSC. Scion takes a ton of damage from that ult going off. Oh, here we go. Karthus gets off his ult, and he's going to get off at least a couple of kills, I think, plus weaken them considerably. Looks like Akali goes down. We may be able to get Vladimir. I hit him with a wrench. Oh, I don't have the red buff anymore. Damn it. If that had landed with the red buff, we would have had him, but I think he's going to be able to escape here. Udyr is definitely forced back. He's quite low. Okay, that team fight went in our favor, and I was very, very surprised. We only lost a couple of people. Scion was in there tanking the group. He took the full brunt of Nunu's ultimate, but he got him down considerably in the meantime, and we were able to get the kill off as well. I think that worked out very well. Oh, it's hard to make a decision about Nunu's ult, and if you're in the middle of it, then there's not much you can do to get the hell out. I think we'd already used our stuns at that point, and we should have saved it for the ultimate. I saw my grenade do a grenade earlier. If I'd saved it for the ultimate, I would have been able to save Scion. Sorry, watch me. Missed that opportunity. Still, very, very good team fight going off there. So, I believe most of them are back up. Nunu's back up. He's got tons of health going off. And bandage toss just barely missed. Just barely got out of range. Thank God for that. That would have been really awful because I'm pretty sure I would have been taken out by that. I've got 3,000 gold. Man, I got to go back and spend. But that's the thing that happens with Heimer. Is he's got a fairly decent longevity out in the field. With a little bit of mana regen especially, he can stay out and for a very long time, barring a death, just because he doesn't need to get into the front lines. Excuse me. Wow, they've got a big attack coming in here, and Amu actually does grab him with bandage toss, but I'm in tower range and he's forced back. Udyr's got to watch out here. He's quite low. Big fight. I'm dropping my grenades all over. I should have maybe dropped a grenade in the bush because I know there's someone there and it would have been nice to reveal them. My turret's getting in a few beats. The turret's... Oh, and an ult in from Fiddlesticks, but I think this is a bad ult for him. Yeah, we get the stun off while he's in tower range. I do go down, but we at least get Fiddles. And Vladimir is really low, but still going forward. He gets taken out. Oh, by Karthus' ultimate. Very nice ultimate there, sniping people. And so I finished my Rylays and finished my Archangel staff as well. So now I'm feeling pretty good. The Riley's really gives me a ton of survivability, and I love to be able to slow people down with my micro rockets. That's just so huge. You have no idea. You just tap your W button, it hits them, it slows them. I mean, it's considered an AoE attack, so it's a very, very minor slow, but it's often all you need to get the job done, especially if you're in team fight mode here. You can tap that and just allow your team to close. Very, very big. Also, even if you're not letting people close, it lets you run away, which is really nice. Hit W, which doesn't slow you down at all, but it does slow down whoever might be chasing you. And in a team fight, it just sort of screws up with everyone's mobility and gives your team split second more to micromanage themselves. They try to do a tower dive here on me, and they actually don't do very much damage at all. Luckily, Karthus comes and helps as well. Otherwise, they might have been able to do something. Vlad is quite low here. Bam! That's going to take him out. I actually hold off on the grenade there, if you're seeing it. I held off on casting it just to be able to give one of the other guys a kill, just because I figured either way would be very good. Get Karthus a little bit more AP, hopefully. Give Scion, our tank, a little more durability. I can live without quite as many items because I'm Heimer, and Heimer is amazing. So we've really started to turn this around a little bit. We're still behind on team kills, but we've evened it up quite a bit, and we're still doing pretty good on towers. Actually, I guess towers are basically the same as they were last time I left them off, and we've lost one. 3 of them here defending this tower. I'm going to be dropping some grenades, hopefully getting in some beats, and using my turrets to set up positional advantage. Amumu actually walks in here. He's probably looking to ult, but a stun went off, followed by Karthus' wall, which is stopping him from running away, and also debuffing his MR considerably, and we're able to take him down. So, nice stun there, I'm guessing from Scion. Oh, Fiddles actually tries to ult in on us, but without any support, he's forced back quite quickly and doesn't get to do his max damage on his ultimate. We got some moves being done here by Akali. Nunu's pretty low, he moves forward, gets taken out. Big mistake there. In fact, Vladimir may go down. Hard to see what's going on here. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I hope Karthus has his ult, and in fact he does. Oh, but Karthus had died, and he didn't start his ult right away. And by the time he started his ult, it got cancelled halfway through by his own death, which is too bad, because I think that would have been a double kill. Oh, that is really, really terrible. I remember that now on Skype. He was kind of upset, as I would be. Yeah, and it still put his ult on cooldown. I hate how it does that. If your spell gets cancelled for some reason, it still puts it on cooldown. The cooldown should be lower. And for some people it does. I know Pantheon, as I recall, if you stop his ult, if you cancel out of your own ult before you initiate your jump, it'll still put it on cooldown, but it'll be a much shorter cooldown. You can see me there trying to escape from Amumu, and I pull it off thanks to my Riley's Scepter and also using my ultimate on my turret. The ultimate on Heimer is it's not all that powerful, so you really can just use it sort of at any moment that seems okay. Like, it's not a terrible waste. Plus, it does have a pretty short cooldown, so it's really quite expendable. Looks like they're doing a push in the middle, and we're pinging to get over there. Vladimir is able to, looks like he dodged Amumu's ultimate by being in blood form. That's quite cool. I've not played Vlad myself, so I'm not really familiar with his abilities, but I should definitely check him out because he does seem pretty awesome. And I whiff with a grenade there. No, I do glance Nunu. I don't have my blue buff now, so I got to be careful about spamming quite as frequently. Now this tower is quite low. We got the Scion moving in here with his shield. Not really a good opportunity for him to capitalize. He's smart enough not to run into the middle there because there's not a whole lot we could do with only, we've only got 3 here at this point now, and they had all 5, and we would definitely lost to a team fight, especially given the amount of AoE they've got. Still, we're holding them back considerably. They know they can't just open up on Scion because he's got so much health plus his shield. I remember picking champions this game, and one of the reason we started this game, and this is a practice match, is that WatchMeSC wanted to play as Vladimir, and he complained that he can never do it in a ranked play because people are always banning him or someone else is always taking him, or